You think I can get your number?
I don't give my number out to strangers. I just met you. You could be a serial killer for all I know.
Oh, come on. That'd be way too much of a commitment. How about I give you my number? That way the ball's in your court.
I don't want to get your hopes up.
And please, I'm not above begging in front of all of my closest friends.
You know where I work. Try reception.
It looks like it worked. That was a clip from the new Ryan Murphy series. Paul Anthony Kelly and Sarah Pidgeon portray John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette in FX's Love Story. Here they are right now. Welcome. Great to see you guys.
Hello.
Thanks
Boy,
for
you
having
are
us.
the spitting image of that couple.
Thank you.
What kind of a responsibility is that to take on a real-life character?
Well, I mean, I think you have a responsibility anytime you take on a character, but I don't think it was ever lost on us that, we had a duty to bring as much truth and integrity to their legacy as possible. Such exciting roles to take on.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Had you heard before you got this role that you look like John F. Kennedy Jr.?
I had gotten it a few times previously.
Tell us about the process, because you actually beat out 1,000 other actors for the role, and this is kind of your first big starring role.
That's correct. Yeah. It was a regular audition process that went into a chemistry read with Sarah, and then we had chemistry kind of right off the bat, and then we had a screen test, and that was kind of that.
Tell us about the chemistry read.
Oh, I mean, as soon as Paul walked in, it's like, look at him. It's hard not to see JFK Jr. And then, of course, just the energy and talent that Paul brought to it. I think it was sort of a no-brainer. Everyone was so excited. Just so thrilling. I'm so glad we're partners on this.
How much did you all know about the couple before you took on this role?
I knew Carolyn through Instagram, Pinterest. She's on every mood board, really. But I mean, I think we'd both say we're far more knowledgeable about the two of them now.
Absolutely.
We did quite a bit of
You dug it.
research.
But Carolyn, she's a tough one to get to know because she really wasn't out in public all that much.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that was what was a part of the challenge, but also so exciting to take on and figure out through this research of who Carolyn was, not only with John, but the life that she led before she met John as well. I'm excited for audiences to see that depiction of Carolyn's earlier years.
And in some way, John F. Kennedy Jr., a different challenge. People my age, my generation, knew him from when he was a tiny little boy. He was everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's such a well-documented individual. I think for me to take on that role, I had a wealth of knowledge to rely on and just really dig deep, do some good work.
You got to do some work with Naomi Watts, who played Jacqueline Kennedy, and what was that like?
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, it was incredible. Yeah. Naomi Watts, I mean, she's a legend. And what a gift to work with her.
Such a pro as well.
Yeah.
I mean, and the coolest person ever.
Yeah, she's so cool.
Yeah.
Did anything you learned about Carolyn surprise you?
Gosh, I think just delving into those earlier parts of her life, while she is such an enigmatic figure in history, I think sort of getting into those details of the life that she led before her relationship with John was really exciting and surprising, and it just makes sense considering how iconic she is, that she had such a vivacious, wonderful life, pre and post meeting John.
What do you hope people take away from this story? Because a whole new generation is going to be introduced.
Yeah, well, I think just that, the introduction to a whole new generation of a story that just rings so true. They were such beloved individuals. And the whole base of the story is love. And I think that's something that everyone can relate to and, just have fun with it.
Yeah.
So much anticipation around this, Sarah, and it's so cool, especially because New York is the backdrop and we've seen this shot all over the city. What was it like to be cast as Carolyn?
Oh gosh, I mean, when I found out, I was pretty silent on the other end of the phone. I think just the shock and surprise and excitement hit me all at once, and it's a lot of weight, to portray a real life person, and I think I was just very honored that the creatives trusted me to take on a woman that I admire so much and be a part of telling Carolyn and John's story with Paul.
Yeah. Now, Paul, John is someone who grew up in the public eye. I feel like everyone says they feel like they knew him. So what did you learn when you were doing the research about this?
I mean, so much.
We can test you right now, right?
Sure, yeah, let's go. Pop quiz. I grew up in Canada, so it wasn't necessarily really like a figurehead for us. So I had to learn a lot of things about John and Carolyn and his lineage. I think like one of the more interesting things that I found out about him was that he always wanted to be an actor.
Oh.
So I kind of feel like I get to carry that torch a little bit for him now, which is very cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Let's show everyone a clip.
John, I want to introduce you to Carolyn.
You really know how to make an entrance, by the way. Although I'm not gonna lie, I was sort of hoping it was Prince.
Oh, is Prince supposed to show tonight?
Do you think Prince RSVPs?
That's a good point. Did you get my flowers?
Which ones?
Well, you wouldn't call me back.
There wasn't much to say. It was one date.
Ooh, the chemistry. Sarah, how much preparation went into it for you? I know you both said you're experts now, but you even worked with a movement coach to get her movements down. What was that like?
Yeah, I mean, she's an enigmatic figure of history. She never sat down for an interview. But there is a lot of photo evidence of Carolyn, and some video evidence. So I took not only photos of her and videos of her, but then also people who knew her, how they described her, and tried to find the commonality and how, with my movement coach, Julia Crockett, who I cannot sing her praises enough, we figured out how my body can move in the way that Carolyn's did, from that, those still images really was our starting off point. But yeah, it was fun to sort of untangle this mystery of this enigmatic woman. It was fun to be able to literally walk in her shoes for a few months.
You literally walked in her shoes?
Yeah, I mean, Manolos.
Okay, so got you.
Yeah.
I hear you. And you, I mean, you're embracing this as well. Like, you're dressing the part today.
Yeah, well, I have a wonderful team of people to take care of me.
But there's so much chemistry between the two of you, and you just see it, even the movement there in the cover, the love story cover, you could see it. And I know, Sarah, you went so deep that you even took up knitting as part of the challenge here.
Yes, I have begun knitting. I'm working on a hat right now. It's a really great pastime on set. Paul you like to book, I think, a bit more than I did, right?
Yeah, I tried to read a little bit more.
Yeah,
You
books.
You're did you have like a favorite thing you read while you were on set?
I was reading Rosemary Trenzio's books, which I think were a great wealth of knowledge for, portraying John. Yeah, that was kind of what I was focused on.
Why do you both think there's still so much fascination behind John and Carolyn?
I mean, I think their story is quite unresolved. Obviously it was quite a surprise, I think. Which was part of the responsibility in taking on these roles. Being able to step back into their shoes. But I think they were so powerful as individuals that when they became a couple, it was really impossible to take your eyes off of them. And they represented so much hope of the future and excitement about, it was that they were America's next it couple of what that future might look like. And I think it's been really such an honor to take on these roles of figures that are very beloved and they really endeared themselves to the public while they were with us in the 90s. So I think that honor was never lost on us when we were.
Have you heard anything from the family, or what do you hope they take away from this if they watch?
Oh gosh, I mean, I think just in general, what I hope for the show is, especially as Carolyn, there's so much that you learn about her life before she met John, which was really special to be able to explore. And I think I just hope that our audience feels a sense of familiarity with these people, which were bigger than, had huge lives and I suppose different from your average Joe, but really we looked at the humanity between Carolyn and John and that universal story of love that everyone knows so well.
Yeah, I mean, they really felt like American royalty at a moment, and with New York as a backdrop, and we saw it shooting here all over the city. Congratulations to both of you
Thank
on
you.
this
Thank you.
project.
Thank you.
Congrats.
Really beautiful. FX's Love Story, John F. Kennedy Jr. and Carolyn Bessette premieres tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern on FX and Hulu. I look forward to reliving those 90s moments as I watch it along with you.